So many years of education, yet not one class dedicated to teaching us how to love ourselves. And because of this, many people will go their entire lives without truly experiencing unconditional self-love. Over the years growing up, we've been domesticated, taught what to believe about ourselves by others. We've been told countless things by our peers, but it's the negative comments that tend to stick out the most. Why? Because when we're young, our minds are like fertile soil, wide open, ready to absorb any seed that's planted. A parent, a friend, someone we look up to, says something, for example, like, "Wow, you're really gonna eat another cookie? You're gonna get fat." It can stick. We trust them. We think, they must care about me. They probably know better. They must have my best interest at heart, right? But here's the thing. Whether they mean harm or not, we start believing the lie. And next time we reach for a cookie, we hesitate. We hear that voice in our head. That one comment becomes a belief. That one cookie will make me fat. And that belief becomes a rule we live by, often without even realizing it. But here's the truth. That belief was never yours to begin with. It was taught. It was learned. And now it has to be unlearned. And when I realized how many of my beliefs weren't really mine, it changed everything. I started to question the little stories I had been telling myself for years. That I wasn't enough, that I had to prove my worth, that love had to be earned. And to be real with you, that realization didn't happen overnight. It came slowly through breakdowns, through healing, and through books that felt like they were speaking straight to my soul. And mind you, I hated reading. I was the kind of person who would never pick up a book and just sit and read. And if I did, I wouldn't retain any of the information. It was really difficult for me to ever enjoy reading until I discovered this author and his books. I remember a time when I was constantly chasing perfection in how I looked and how I acted and even how spiritual I was. I thought if maybe I could just get it right, then I would finally feel a little at peace with myself. But no matter what I achieved, there was always this voice underneath whispering, "You're still not good enough." And that's when I came across the teachings of Don Miguel Ruiz. Specifically his book, The Four Agreements. Reading it felt like someone had finally turned on a light in a very dark room. One of the first things he talks about is how we've all been domesticated, not like pets, but as humans. From the moment we are born, we are taught what is good, what is bad, what is beautiful, and what is shameful. We didn't choose those beliefs, we inherited them. And the most dangerous ones are the ones that make us turn against ourselves. Beliefs like, I'm not lovable, I'm broken, I'm not enough. But the truth is, none of that is real. As Don Miguel says, we are perfect the way we are. Our biggest flaw is believing we are not. And to be honest with you, when I heard that, I cried. Because deep down, I had always felt that. I had just forgotten. And now, I'm just remembering. And I want to help you remember too. If anything I shared today made you pause, made you think about something, I want to thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening with an open heart. Maybe, like me, you're starting to realize that not everything you may believe about yourself is true. Maybe you're ready to question some of those old stories. That's the beginning of self-love. Not fixing yourself, but finally seeing that there was nothing wrong with you to begin with. You are loved, you are worthy, you are already enough. If this message spoke to you, I would love for you to keep walking this path with me. This podcast is a space where we'll explore self-love, healing, and ancient wisdom. Not to become someone new, but to remember who you've always been. So please, if you enjoyed, please make sure to subscribe, to share this with somebody you might think needs it, or just tune back in for the next episode. Until then, be gentle with yourself, speak kindly to yourself, and just notice the stories you've been carrying. You're not alone anymore. Thank you so much for being here.